The staff, too.
Yeah, the staff is very good.
I heard that.
And
Very
the beer
nice.
man is good.
And by the second night, the waiter knew exactly what I wanted, what I didn't want, remembered my name, far better service than I get back in the States.
It's kind of hard to say. I mean, it's definitely not training. You can't really train friendliness into people, so it's just kind of who they are.
For example, your eyeglass, if it's left, if it's out of the pouch, we try to clean the eyeglasses.
Quite often it is just the little things, it's the personal touches, it's the follow-up, it's using people's names.
And even down to the wait staff who I think understands my wants, wishes, needs, and desires better than most of my family members.
I mean, I never met a captain who say goodbye. When you leave with the tender, he pushes the tender away.
The captain is friendly and you see him all the time. The crew are friendly and you see them and you chat to them all the time.
I've heard from guests that have walked onto a ship and they can say, I can just feel this is a happy ship, and that comes from the crew initially. And then once the guests have been on for a few days, that happy crew feeling translates to the guests, and then the guests themselves relax and there becomes this sort of camaraderie, good friendship on board.
We have had a very good time.
We really have.
Yeah.
People who've never been on Azamara, they see the brochure, they see all the fantastic places we go to, they come on, they're impressed with that. But then what they're really impressed with by the time they leave is the feeling of friendship and warmth that they've had whilst they've been here. And that is then what brings them back for a second time.
We are really having a wonderful time. We've had a wonderful time and yeah, we're not looking forward to going home.
We'd like to stay for another cruise.
Efficient than I am.
It's hot. Hot. Is it a jellyfish? Am I eating a jellyfish? Here, honey, you need to take a bite of this one.
I'm a lover of the history of the Portuguese navigators. They were the pioneers and really tough men. The uncle of my father has a fleet of trawlers. So that's why I grew up among the ships. After 30 years on different companies, I could not be more satisfied. I like the ocean, I like to sail, I like ships, and I like people. And here, I get them all together. We are really dedicated to destinations, to places that there is no way to bring any mega ship or a bigger ship.
This is the next port. So we go approach with the pilot. We have to pass through this shallow spot here. And when we are here, we have to swing the ship in front of the pier, 180 degrees. I have the size of the ship and a little bit more. When there is 2-3 times the length of the ship, you can swing with speed. In these particular cases, no, you have to really stop the ship and swing it stopped.
We start very early on arrival in the pilot station, and I have to organize my bridge team to prepare a safe arrival in port.
Task assignments for today: I will be driving, staff captain will do the communication. Any questions? Let's go.
Pilot on board. When the pilot comes, I brief him.
Morning, Mr. Pilot. Welcome on board the Quest.
In the ports, they are coming on board as captain's advisors.
So this is a good swinging circle, or you recommend a little bit more?
I keep the conning pilot, if you don't mind, as we proceed, and we will dock starboard side alongside.
All the ships are unique, and of course, as much more you drive the ship, as more you learn these characteristics of the ship.
True wind, 16 knots from northwest, starboard quarter. We'll push to the pier.
The ships are females, because they are very unpredictable, like the ladies.
180 steady as she goes. 6 knots, 1 mile to turning. So our position is the end of this pier.
Yes, Captain.
Okay, so we will swing between this cargo ship here and the yellow buoy.
To maneuver the ship, you have 2 propellers. You have to use the power in order to create the torquing effect to move the ship sideways.
Torquing the engines to all the bow, increasing the stern on the port engine. Split the rudders.
Split the rudder.
Initiating swinging slowly to port.
One of my favorite parts of the job, of course, is to drive the ship into port, especially when the maneuvers are challenged. One of the most exciting moments is really when you feel that you are handling this amount of steel floating in the water, and you have it in your hands, in your fingers.
This is 10 knots in the port beam.
10 knots port beam, blowing us to the pier. And the ship is coming slowly to parallel position.
When you get on a big ship, the ship is the destination. You have activities and things on board to do, and it will make yourself busy all day long.
The Eagle has landed.
On these small-sized ships, the big advantage is the places where we take you, because the destination is outside, it's not the ship.